Woosah. 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 That movie almost killed me. A Simple Favor was not a simple viewing. So the director of this film is Paul Feig. Paul Feig. I'm gonna call him Paul Feig. Anyway, he directed Ghostbusters, Bridesmaids, things like that. Bridesmaids was pretty good, right? But in this case, I don't even know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively were thinking. Taking these parts, this movie is atrocious. Oh, it's bad. Don't do it. Don't go see it at all. Bad Mocus. Stay away. First off, I went to go see this movie with my sister. Those of you who have seen this movie knows that was probably a bad idea. I didn't know it wasn't a bad idea at the time. We're buddies. We go see movies together. No, not this one. Not this one. Ever. Reason being, I'm not even gonna put a spoiler warning on this. This is such bullshit. There's nothing to spoil. It's just random shit that just is thrown at you across the screen. All these events that just pop up out of nowhere and then go away. I'm gonna just jump right in and I'm gonna lay it all out there on the table because I got a lot to say about this stupid film. Firstly, Anna Kendrick, I know she's a good actress. I've seen her play good parts before. This... What you doing, girlfriend? What you doing? This is not okay. Straight up, yeah, Anna Kendrick lets her brother lay pipe. That's a bad look. So basically, her dad dies, and then out of nowhere, at this funeral, her brother shows up that she'd never met before, and it's her half-brother, and then they pork. Blake Lively is a whole nother animal, though. She is a bitch. Put it that way. She's just playing a bitch. And I know she can play really good parts. I've seen her in good parts. I know she can pull it off. But in this case, I didn't see that kind of Blake Lively. She checked out. I didn't see her do anything for this film. And to be honest, I don't blame them. I blame the writing. The writing is atrocious in this film. It is unbearable how bad the writing is. There were some parts that were just like straight out of a script and they didn't even care about it because it was so robotic how they had to say it. It could have been good. But because it wasn't written by someone different and because it wasn't directed by Christopher Nolan, it's a bullshit film. Enough said. I don't care if I'm spoiling this or not. There is this whole mystery going on about Blake Lively's death, and she's dead for like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. I couldn't tell you. That's one of the things about it. I didn't wear a watch into this theater. So I don't know how long I was sitting there just wondering, how long have I been sitting here? Because the dialogue was nothing interesting. There's nothing interesting happening in these people's lives. It did not reel me in. You got Anna Kendrick, she's a mom vlogger, and somehow in this film they're supposed to be selling to you the fact that Anna Kendrick is also a really good detective. I never really saw any detective work other than her breaking into Blake Lively's office and stealing something from out from under her desk. That was it. She went to her mom's house and did some digging there, but honestly, it wasn't that interesting. She didn't do real detective work, and okay, here's the deal. She might have done real detective work, and Hollywood has just fucked up the idea for what real detective work is for me, and I've just become jaded because I'm used to really awesome, interesting narratives like Seven. That's good detective work. In this case, it might be legitimate, but I doubt it. It was just ridiculous. Anywho, Blake Lively dies. They expect us to believe that she's actually dead, which I knew she wasn't dead. There was no way she was dead. Either A, she was actually dead when they said she was dead, in which case, they just didn't have the budget for Blake Lively, and I thought, no, it was really insulting for them to say, she's dead, she's totally dead, absolutely, we're not lying to you at all. Anyway, she killed her own twin sister. It's whatever. And there was a point where Anna Kendrick got on her little mommy blog and started talking to Blake Lively because she knew that she was still watching her. Then at one point over the blog, she actually made contact with her and she said she's gonna go to her friend's grave, basically inviting her to meet her at her own gravesite. So what happens? She goes there, she pours some martinis, and Blake Lively shows up. Then they kind of team up, but I don't know why they teamed up. Maybe to get back at the husband? But if you were trying to get back at him, why did you do this in the first? You faked the death, you died, but you didn't, and then you lied to Anna Kendrick. So now we're gonna team up and we're gonna take him down. We're gonna take down the bad dude. And they kind of do. And I was like, who wrote this? The one thing I just don't understand at all, and I don't think I ever will, is how this thing right now is sitting at a solid 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Alright, calm it down, Red. Number one, the acting in this sucks. Terrible acting across the board. I didn't buy a single performance that there was. Number two, the writing is absolutely atrocious. If the writing was a little bit better, it would have been a better film, but I still don't believe Paul Feig is a good director. I have never really seen a movie of his that I 100% dug. I've seen a couple of reviews now, and some of them say that the best part of this film is the friendship between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. I didn't see a real friendship there. I never did. I thought it was pretty stupid. I never saw anything good come out of this film, except maybe the detective guy. He was funny. That dude, I could tell the actor did not give a rat's ass about a single thing in that film. He just wanted his paycheck and to go home. That's it. And I thought that was great. He was probably the funniest thing in the whole film. As far as the little boys go, I totally forgot they were there at some points. I didn't even notice they were gone. And then the sex scenes. The sex scenes were hilarious. Cringy whenever she fucked her brother, but other than that, it was hilarious. There was one part where she fucks her dead best friend's husband, and like they just fall on the bed so dramatically, like in some cologne commercial, and the music kicks off kind of like You Earned It in 50 Shades, and they were going at it, and all I could think about was Infidelity by Dion. It was like a perfume commercial. It was that bad. Another thing I hated in this film, I knew I was gonna hate this film the second this scene came on. Anna Kendrick was giving her son and Blake Lively's son a ride to daycare. And on the way, they were playing Mambo No. 5 in the car. That is one of my top 3 most hated songs ever. I hate that song, but it's so terrible to me, and every time I hear it, I will hate whatever is associated with it. If I'm looking at the woman I love and I'm so deep in love with this girl, and then out of nowhere someone walks by with their iPhone and on that iPhone is playing Mambo No. 5, I will now forever associate that song with that woman that I love, and I will no longer be able to love her completely because she will have this hole in my heart called Mambo No. 5 hole. That's how much I hate that song. I hate it. I hate that song so much. It's not even catchy. This movie's not catchy either. It's not charming. Not even gonna give it a rating. It was just stupid. I don't care. It's dumb. Don't go see it. Goodbye. I covered everything, right? Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively. The director sucks. Writing is terrible. Acting is awful. Sex scene by Dion. Outro. Mambo No. 5. I think I got it all. There's so much to hate about this stupid movie. I thought that this whole movie was bullshit. Enough said. If you wanted to go see this movie, I would sooner recommend a frontal lobotomy or a colonoscopy. Those will be much more fun. But at the end of the day, that is just one man's opinion, ladies and gentlemen, and it's worth exactly what it cost you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.